technology, for innovation, and a gender-equal future. There is a gap between men and women, and yet, in this age of technology and innovation, we need more time to invent ourselves and coordinate internationally. The first lady, you can be an MP, and you can be a wife. Thank you, Mama.
When the families get out of poverty through commercial farming, through manufacturing, through services, through ICT, the four sectors, it is easier to address all the other marginalized groups, including the women. Because your theme, women in science, Honorable Mongi connected it well. He said you cannot be a scientist unless you went through primary school, and you went through secondary school, and you went to university. But I want to go further back. You may not even go to the primary school if the home does not have income and food security. Because even when we say the government pays, the children should study free in the government schools, you hear them say that children are coming at school without food now. So now, then these greedy teachers and their headmasters start now collecting the money from people who have no food. If he has no food, where will he get money from? We must have lunch money. The issue of lunch should be solved at home. So you cannot have, this woman will not be a scientist, or you will not get many of them, you will get a few, but it is easier if the whole society comes up, gets out of non-money economy into money economy, then we will be able to get more scientists, both men and women. So talk holistically, don't talk partially. You cannot maintain backwardness and somehow you get a few scientists and you think they would help the situation. You must have the general transformation of the society. will the welfare families pay for the girl child to study or not? Show me a daughter or a son of a rich man that has dropped out of school on account of not being able to pay the school costs. Families getting out of poverty is a good base of solving other problems. Yes, you may get greedy men who get rich and abandon their wives and children. The question is, are they really rich? Or are they just having some little money, while previously they had nothing? Otherwise, if the families are rich, the courts of the state can even discipline irresponsible husbands to share wealth with their spouses. If the husband is rich but irresponsible, the wife will go to court, and the court will force the husband to give share to the wife. But if it is an irresponsible poor husband, what will the court force him to share? Say, go back and share poverty. So please, don't mix up issues. Don't start on the top of the house, start from the base. The base. The whole society must come out of backwardness. And then all these other refinements will take place. How will the courts force a poor husband to share poverty with his poor wife and children? Families getting out of poverty is a good first step. In any case, the NRM has got specific programs for the specific segments of the population: women, youth, disabled. This is always catered for under the different funds: PDM, Emyoga, youth, and women funds previously. The massive involvement in the 4 acres model and the extensive agriculture assisted by UDB will generate a large quantity of raw materials for the agro-processing factories to handle. As an example, you have seen on the screen that in Day-Kiruhura area, you have a total of 284 cooling tanks, and in the Day-Kiruhura area, you have 2 big factories processing 800 liters of milk per day. Agriculture, therefore, stimulates industry. What is true of milk is true of tea. There are 27 tea factories in the western region of Uganda. Therefore, all Ugandans, stop excuses. It is possible to get out of poverty. The people in the cattle corridor had got out of poverty through the dairy industry guided by the NRM. They are now sliding back because of the residual cultural backwardness. We are also fighting that. You can all get out of poverty.
The theme for today is very important. It is about how we must address the gender gap in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, innovation, ICT. This theme for us starts with the core, which is education. Because without education, we cannot talk about access and affordability for internet, for example. Education for girl child starts from the primary level. With the policy of UPE and USE, with the infrastructure that you have directed in the cabinet for the Ministry of Education to establish laboratory, to put in place textbook for UCC to supply computer, in secondary schools. That is the beginning point for us as a ministry and as a cabinet directive under you to embrace and say education is the foundation of science, technology, engineering, because if you don't start from the primary, from the secondary, then nobody can come at the tail end to do sciences.
And its 800 billion Uganda shilling financing aims to support women enterprises, many of which have not yet made the transition from a micro to small or a small to medium enterprise. So this financing will help them to make that leap. GROW is intended to provide a significant boost towards economic and social transformation by empowering and enabling the advancement of women entrepreneurs in line with the NDP 3 goal of promoting women's economic empowerment, leadership, and participation. Uganda is not only one of the most entrepreneurial countries in the world, but it also has the highest proportion of women-owned businesses in the Africa region.
We, the women of Uganda, look forward to this day every year to celebrate our achievements and to recognize the eminent contribution of women to social, political, environmental, and economic development. We applaud our heroes, forefathers and mothers for the contributions towards women empowerment. We continue to acknowledge and appreciate both women and men like yourself, Museveni, who have seen value and appreciated women and their ability to participate in the national building.
Pain and suffering are gone. With freedom of speech, our voice is heard. Same scale we stand. In democracy we vote. Forever you win. For the bright future. Forward we go with your leadership. What would I be with a mother so uncertain in the struggle of childbirth? We raise the flag and sing the song.
Government has done. They appreciate the work of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the President and Honorable Mama Janet Museveni as the Minister of Education